Good morning, everyone, and we are west of Calgary on Highway 1 in Alberta, and starting to approach the eastern range of the Rocky Mountains in Canada. And just want to give you a little panoramic shot of the skyline of these majestic mountains here in Canada. Shortly we'll be driving through some of that mountain range, so I just want to give you a nice panoramic of the Canadian Rockies here on Highway 1. We've caught up to the mountains now, so just a look at how picturesque they are in the morning sun. It's 67 degrees here. Okay, we've entered into the Banff National Park along here, and then there's another one that we'll go into is called Jasper National Park. That is all part of the Rocky Mountains that you see here. So we'll be riding through a couple national parks here today. And this one is, of course, the first one is Banff. We're on we're on Canadian 1, and up here in a little bit we'll make a turn onto 93 North to go through the Jasper one. Some pretty massive granite structure there. I still noticed a little clicking on the video the other day, and I worked again last night to try to figure out again why it's doing that. So I'm hoping today, with the little minor fixes that I did, that there's not any of that clicking in the audio part of the video. It cost $9 Canadian. to go through both parks. I think it's roughly $7 US. So not a lot of money for a day pass if you happen to be up this way. When we entered Canada, I swapped the GPS over to kilometers so that we make sure we abide by the speed limits. And you don't have to calculate that way. It just tells you what to drive. Right now, the speed limit here is 90 kilometers per hour, which is roughly, as you can see on the panel down there, about 60. So bridges coming up in front of us, they build up here, they're called land bridges, and they're for the animals to cross the road. It's a pretty cool concept, actually. Gives them a bridge across, and it's always fun to go through like a little mini tunnel. We have just entered the Jasper National Park now, and there was a sign back there. I didn't get the camera turned on in time. It said no cellular service for 250 kilometers. I'm sure there are some people who just couldn't survive 250 kilometers without their cell service. Anyway, if you ride this road, you're not going to have it. We're now on, it's like a state road here. It's called 93. And every once in a while there's a little sprinkle. But when I come around the corner here, you're going to see the tops of the mountains are, they're shrouded a little bit by clouds. It's a kind of a cool sight. It's amazing how heavy the pine tree thickness is here. I mean, it's really thick with pines. There you can see that one, the top's in the clouds. It's kind of cool. All you Floridians watching, right now the temperature is 58 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'll get you an elevation here in just a minute. 1,755 meters. So with a little rough calculation, you can call it about 5,000 feet, maybe a little more. Here's some more pictures of the mountain a little bit closer. You can see the tops are obscured with clouds. But if you look over to the left there, you'll see some snow and ice. On my right side here, it was hard to see, but all through here are signs that are saying avalanche area. So that ice up there one of these days is probably going to let go. I got a bunch of people pulled over on the side of the road here for some reason. Not sure if they see something. They're looking at something here. Oh, I think it's a bear. Oh, yes it is. See that black bear? He's just eating grass over there. Pretty cool. Seems to be used to people. That's a pretty good sized black bear. And we've got a real pretty mountain lake right here that is just phenomenal. Sits below the two mountains here. Look at that view. Oh my goodness. We're sitting at 6,000 feet. It's 54 degrees. Just unbelievable. I often wonder how cold that water is. What a grand view. Well, we're crossing over Bow Pass. It's over 6,000 feet, and you can see the clouds up there. May actually get a little rain here in a little bit, so probably shut the camera off and ride through the rain. At the top of the pass was 51 degrees. Just a nice look down through the pass. Yeah, just to give you a quick look, you can see it's raining up there. And we're probably going to get wet here in a little bit. But that's okay. That's what it's all about. Yep, there's windshield wipers on that vehicle. And I'm starting to get sprinkles on my visor. So, with that said, I'm going to shut the camera off here in a minute and ride through the rain. Okay, we're getting ready to cross the Saskatchewan River here. It's a pretty good sized lake off to the right side. And this is the Saskatchewan River here. This is from the mountainside, and that's down to the lake side. Just wanted to show you this little route we're running right now. It's kind of windy through here, but it's a nice little pass. It's kind of picturesque in here. Nice mountains. Very pretty. I wanted to show you a picture of this lake. It is the prettiest blue that I have seen, and it is a looks like a mountain lake, but it looks like it's really, really low. But it sure is pretty blue, and I don't know what makes it do that. It's called All Stones Lake. Well, everyone, we happen to find an unimproved dirt road, so we get to practice a little bit for the Dalton here. About 100 kilometers on this, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. But got to ride on it sooner or later. So I thought I'd show you a little piece of probably what the Dalton Highway is going to look like when we get there. Of course, we'll have little different tires. These tires are okay, but they're not the best. just to give you a heads up, we back on pavement. We did about 109 kilometers of gravel road. It was exciting, but we needed the practice for the Dalton. Now we're on our way to Hinton.